Can you pause everything for a moment? Still your thoughts. Quiet your heart. I have something eternal to say to you. This isn't just another teaching. This isn't a random video on your screen. This is divine alignment. Because you've been asking, seeking, wondering when the shift would come. And I, Jesus, the shepherd of your soul, say to you, stay until the very end of this word, for within it is the map that leads from your season of lack into your inheritance. Do not miss a word. There is a verse they've overlooked, a verse many skim past, but it is the door. I am calling you to wake up your spirit. You've tolerated too much. You've made room for fear, for shame, for financial drought, for spiritual fatigue. But I've not called you to wither. I've called you to walk in the abundance of your Father's kingdom. Say this with me. I step out of lack. I step into inheritance. Speak it boldly. Let your voice rise in the atmosphere. Say it loud. I claim what is mine. You've read promises before. You've heard about overflow. But your soul has been walking through dry valleys, looking for water, and finding only cracked earth. You've seen others celebrate and rise while you remain in the wilderness of delay. But I say to you now, you are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not disqualified. Here's what they missed. Here is the verse that will carry you across. Genesis 15:1. Fear not, Abram. I am thy shield, and thy exceeding great reward. Don't rush past it. Read it again. I am your reward. I, the everlasting God. Not just what I give, not just the blessings in my hand, but my very presence is your inheritance. And where I am, lack cannot remain. Where I dwell, provision springs forth. This was the moment Abraham's entire life pivoted. He wasn't promised just land. He was promised God himself. This is what so many miss. They chase after gifts and forget the giver. But when you possess me, you possess everything. You've walked through tight places. You've watched bills stack. You've cried in silence. But today, I am standing before you as your exceeding great reward. More than a paycheck. More than a promotion. More than a one-time breakthrough. I am the door to continuous flow. Say it now. Jesus, you are my reward. This declaration breaks the stronghold of scarcity. You don't need the systems of this world to validate your worth. Heaven has already called you worthy. You've been seated in heavenly places. You've been grafted into the covenant of Abraham. The inheritance flows through faith, not fear. Let me ask you, if I gave everything for you on the cross, why would I withhold what is needed for your calling, your peace, your household? Romans 8:32 declares, He who did not spare his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Do you feel that rising inside you? That tug in your chest? That is my spirit stirring what has been asleep. I am breathing new fire into old promises. I am restoring belief where it's gone dim. Say this aloud. I am not barren. I am not broke. I am not behind. I carry inheritance. You see, inheritance is not earned. It's received. Not worked for, but walked into. The enemy has tried to convince you that your mistakes disqualify you. But I say, my grace qualifies you. Your name is on the registry of heaven. Your portion is sealed. But you must take hold. You've delayed long enough. You've accepted survival when I offered kingdom overflow. You've made beds in Egypt when I've been calling you to Canaan. But today, The Spirit is moving you forward. Do not fear, for just as I said to Abram, I am your shield. I am guarding your process, defending your name, and protecting your path, and I will not fail you. Now let's go deeper. This is your moment of crossing. This is the hour where you begin to walk in divine realignment. But first, let me rebuild your thinking. Your mind has been filled with the noise of culture, but my word remains eternal. Listen to Psalm 16:5-6. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. Yea, I have a goodly heritage. Let this truth pierce through your doubt. You have a good inheritance. Pleasant places, stability, peace, joy, financial favor. Not anxiety, not chaos, not scraping by. Say this now in faith. The lines are falling in my favor. I want you to keep speaking as I speak. These aren't just words. These are weapons. When you declare what I declare, you unlock what I have already finished. Hear me. Lack is not your portion. Confusion is not your calling. I am bringing clarity, strategy, and supply. But you must stay in faith. You must continue declaring. You must keep your eyes fixed on me. And if this word is confirming what your spirit already knows, if it's stirring your faith and shaking your fear, then like this message now. Let the agreement go forth in the Spirit. When you like this message, you are standing under this mantle. I see your tears. I've heard your questions. I've been walking beside you even when you didn't feel me. I was there in the empty cupboard, in the job loss, in the silence. I was there holding your hand through the uncertainty. But now, I speak resurrection. Isaiah 61:7. Instead of your shame, you shall have double honor, and instead of confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land, they shall possess double. Everlasting joy shall be theirs. Say it boldly. I possess double. I claim joy. I reject shame. This is where the breakthrough begins. Keep holding on. There is more to speak, more to release, more to receive. Do not miss the rest. You who are weary of trying, listen to my voice. I am not a man who lies. I do not speak words in vain. When I say inheritance, I mean wholeness, land, legacy, overflow, and peace, without sorrow. My child, you were never meant to live off scraps when the table I prepared for you overflows with every good and perfect gift. And yet the verse remains missed by so many because they are searching for shortcuts and missing the source. The verse was never just a promise. It was a presence. When I said to Abram, I am thy exceeding great reward, I was revealing the secret to every miracle. I am enough. Hear me now. Your future isn't waiting for money. It's waiting for my manifest presence. Lack breaks when I walk into a room. Fear flees where my voice is honored. Doors open when my name is believed. Say it now. I invite your presence, Lord. I prioritize your voice. I walk with you above all else. Let this moment be your awakening. You've been focusing on what's missing. But the one thing you must not miss is me. You've prayed for checks, but I want to give you strategies. You've asked for blessings, but I want to give you authority. You've longed for rescue, but I have called you to rule. And this inheritance isn't just spiritual, it is practical, tangible, lasting. It includes wisdom to manage, faith to receive, and courage to build. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant. Do you see it? I give power, Not just coins, not just supply, but power. Power to create. Power to lead. Power to expand. Your inheritance includes divine ability. Say it with boldness. I receive the power to get wealth. I will not live beneath my birthright. I build with kingdom hands. Let me show you something others have missed. Psalm 115, 14-15 says, The Lord shall increase you more and more, you and your children. Ye are blessed of the Lord which made heaven and earth. Not just you, but your lineage. I think generationally. What I do in you is not just for this moment. It is for your grandchildren, for the legacy of light I have destined you to leave. I don't just cancel debts, I cancel cycles. I don't just release funds, I release freedom. But you must understand, the entry point to all inheritance is identity. If you don't know who you are, you'll keep begging when I've already called you royalty. You'll stay at the gate when I've made a place for you at the throne. You'll live in fear of famine when I've already opened my storehouses. Say this now and let it mark your soul. I am a covenant child. I walk in inheritance. I do not live in lack. Speak it louder. My name is written on heaven's supply line. You see, even the prodigal son had inheritance waiting. He walked away. He wasted it. But the Father, the reflection of my love, still ran to him when he returned, not with a scolding, but with a robe, a ring, a feast. Luke 15 was not a parable for someone else, it was a picture of you. You've had moments where you felt distant, but today I say, come home to your calling. Come back to your inheritance. I've kept your place at the table. I've preserved your portion. I've never stopped looking down the road, waiting for you to realize your true identity. Say it now. I return to the Father's house. I claim what is mine. And hear me, my beloved. The time is now. No more postponing your breakthrough. No more doubting what I've confirmed. No more watching others walk in faith while you shrink back. You are standing at the crossing, and I am calling you forward. Isaiah 54:2-3 declares, Enlarge the place of thy tent, and let them stretch forth the curtains of thine habitations. Spare not. Lengthen thy cords, and strengthen thy stakes. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand, and on the left. Do not shrink to fit into what I've already broken you out of. Don't build fences when I've called you to territories. Don't speak poverty when I've crowned you with access. Say it now with faith. I enlarge. I break forth. I expand. Let this next truth awaken you. When I delivered Israel from Egypt, I didn't just bring them out. I brought them into. Exodus 3:8 says, And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. Did you catch it? I come down to bring you up. I break chains to open doors. I move you out of bondage and into blessing. You are not just leaving lack. You are stepping into legacy, into divine appointments, into spiritual and financial provision that does not expire. But don't just nod at this word. Come into agreement with it. Lift your hands, open your mouth, cry out, I come out of Egypt. I enter my inheritance. I believe your word, Jesus. Now listen closely. If this word is speaking directly to your situation, if your heart is burning with confirmation, then like this video now. Not for vanity, but for visibility, so more people can step into the divine call of this moment. Agreement matters. Obedience matters. And as you click, comment, and engage, you're spreading the reach of heaven's voice to hungry hearts. You are part of something bigger than yourself. This is not entertainment. It is divine encounter. Let the atmosphere of this word rest on you. Let faith rise again. Let dreams awaken again. Let hope come back to life. And prepare your heart. Listen, you've cried behind closed doors long enough. You've asked me, when, Lord? When will things shift? When will the pressure lift? And I say to you now, my child, I was preparing you in the hidden place for the inheritance in the open place. What you thought was delay was divine alignment. What you called lack was me protecting you from false foundations. Now, I am bringing you into the land I spoke of. You've been faithful with little, and the world may not have noticed, but I did. Every seed of obedience, every whispered prayer, every midnight surrender, it has not been in vain. Psalm 126, 5-6 promises this. Those who sow in tears shall reap in joy. He who continually goes forth weeping, bearing seed for sowing, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing, bringing his sheaves with him. Your tears were not wasted. They were water for your harvest. Your patience was not pointless, it was producing perseverance. And now the time of reaping has come. Say this: I reap in joy. I harvest in faith. I walk into the field God prepared for me. Now lean in, because this next word is for the builders. You've been holding a vision in your spirit, a blueprint of something bigger than you, a ministry, a business, a movement, a mission. And you've wondered how it would ever come to pass with the resources you currently see. But I, the Lord, remind you, vision always comes before provision. I did not ask you to finance your calling, I asked you to follow it. I will supply what you need when your obedience steps into the water. Just as I parted the Jordan when the priest's feet touched the edge, I will part the barriers when your faith takes a step. Joshua 3:15-16 shows this miracle. As soon as the priests who carried the ark reached the Jordan and their feet touched the water's edge, the water from upstream stopped flowing. Say this aloud. I step out. I move forward. I trust the waters will part. You are not meant to live trapped in vision boards and someday declarations. I am releasing now manifestations. But faith must lead. You ask, Lord, how will it happen? And I ask you, will you trust me if you can't see it yet? Because faith is the currency of the kingdom. Hebrews 11:1 reminds you. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You've been waiting for evidence before you believed, but I'm asking you to believe before you see. Speak life while it's still dark. Praise before the rain. Declare harvest in the drought. Say this boldly. I don't wait to feel it. I declare it now. I am who God says I am. I have what He says I have. I walk where He says I'll walk. And for those who have been bound by the fear of money, afraid to hope again, afraid to fail again, hear me clearly. I am not the God of halfway deliverance. I don't lead you out to leave you stranded. I don't stir your heart just to disappoint it. Isaiah 55:11 is your anchor. So shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please, and it shall prosper in the thing for which I sent it. I sent my word to prosper you, not to tease you. You are about to see with your eyes what you've only seen in dreams. Let this moment be sacred. Don't scroll past it. Don't treat this like noise. This is the burning bush. This is holy ground. Remove the sandals of doubt. Stand barefoot before me, for I am speaking a new name over you. Heir, blessed, favored, covered, called. Let those names break every label spoken over you by others, by family, by failures, by past mistakes. You are not what they called you. You are who I created you to be, and I call you by your inheritance and say it now. I am not rejected. I am not abandoned. I am not cursed. I am covered. Yes, I see the opposition. I see what's stacked against you. But my child, if only you knew what I've stacked for you. If only you could see the angels surrounding your home. If only you could feel the favor that walks with you into rooms before you even speak. Say it again. I am covered. I am surrounded. I am favored. This is your portion. This is your promise. This is your prophecy. And I'm not done yet. Because someone reading this has been wrestling with shame over past financial decisions. You've said, I should have known better. But I say to you now, grace is greater than guilt. I am not holding it against you. I am redeeming it. I am using even your missteps as stepping stones into wisdom. I am restoring your name. I am reviving your confidence. I am reestablishing your authority. What the enemy meant for harm, I am turning it for good. Genesis 50:20. But as for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good. Say this now with faith. God is turning it. God is redeeming it. God is elevating me. And if this word is confirming the very whisper of God in your heart, if you feel the tremble of truth in your spirit, like this message now as an act of alignment, not out of routine, but as a declaration, I'm in agreement. I believe this is for me. It matters. Your response matters. And yes, even your digital engagement is a seed, one that helps this message reach the next person who is ready to be pulled from the pit into purpose. The enemy has tried to exhaust you in the wilderness, convincing you that it's your final destination. But the wilderness was never your home. It was only a hallway, a classroom, a proving ground. I brought you through it not to destroy you, but to develop you. And now, you are stepping out. Don't be afraid of the unknown. You've never walked this path before, but I have. I've already gone ahead of you. Every place where your feet shall tread, I have given it to you. Joshua 1:3 declares, Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you, as I said unto Moses. This is the moment to rise, to walk, to take possession. No more standing at the border, no more delays, no more questioning your worth. This is not about deserving, it's about my decree. Say it with power. I take possession. I walk by faith. I receive inheritance. Do not let doubt distract you. Do not let old wounds speak louder than my promises. You are not disqualified. You are my chosen. I did not begin this good work in you just to leave it undone. Philippians 1:6 is your reminder. He who has begun a good work in you will complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. So silence the voice of delay. Mute the lie of not yet. I am bringing you into now. This is not a distant word. It is an immediate invitation. I am placing divine keys in your hands. Keys to unlock what's been stuck. Keys to open what's been sealed. But you must believe. You must speak. You must move. Speak this now. Doors are opening, provision is flowing, my hands are anointed to build. Even in a land of giants, I will give you victory. Even when the odds look against you, I will shift atmospheres. Because your inheritance is not based on the economy. It's rooted in covenant. Remember my servant David? A shepherd boy with no armor, no title, no status, yet he brought down a giant. Why? Because he knew who stood with him. 1 Samuel 17:45 records his faith. You come to me with a sword, with a spear, and with a javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts. Say it loud now. I come in the name of the Lord. I will not fear. I will not shrink. I will advance. Let that confession stir your soul. Because yes, giants may still stand, but I have made you a stone slinger. I have trained your hands for battle and your fingers for war. You are not weak. You are not without. You are armed in me. Now listen. There are blessings stored up that have your name on them. Resources, relationships, strategies, doors, alignments. But they require your yes, not just in prayer, but in posture. Are you positioned to receive? Or have you been shrinking back, playing small, hiding from the weight of what I've prepared? Come out, step forward, be bold, I am with you. And I'm not just with you in the spiritual, I'm with you in the natural, in your finances, in your career, in your business, in your household. I am the God who delights in every detail of your life. Psalm 37:23 says, The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. I'm not far off, I'm present, I'm guiding, I'm correcting, I'm speaking. But you must listen. You must slow down long enough to catch what others are running past. The one verse they miss, the one that contains the exit from lack into legacy, is still speaking. Genesis 15:1. Fear not. I am thy shield, and thy exceeding great reward. Let those words sink deeper than they ever have. I am not just your defender. I am your supply. Your salary doesn't sustain you. I do. Your savings doesn't secure you. I do. Your network doesn't empower you. I do. Say this now. Jesus, you are my source. You are my reward. I trust in you alone. And if this word has pierced your heart, if this divine message is opening something deep within your spirit like this video now, not for applause, but for alignment, so heaven sees your yes, so the enemy hears your declaration, so more souls can find this word of freedom. You are not just watching, you are participating, you are being transformed, renewed, equipped, and launched. There is a generation coming behind you that needs your breakthrough. Children, communities, cities, they will eat from the trees you plant today. This is why your inheritance matters. This is why you cannot quit. This is why you must believe. Because what I give you is not just for comfort, it is for kingdom impact. Let your heart hear this. Inheritance is never isolated. It's never selfish. It is always strategic. When I called Abraham blessed, I also said, and in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. Genesis 12:3. I bless you because I trust you to become a blessing. The overflow I release isn't for hoarding, it's for healing others. It's to build wells, to launch missions, to feed the hungry, to support the widow, to disciple the broken, and to bring my kingdom into visible reality on earth. So understand, this word is more than personal. It is prophetic. It is generational. It is for nations. And I chose you, beloved, not the most qualified, not the most perfect, but the one who would say yes. Say it again with conviction. I say yes. I receive and release inheritance. Let me speak now to your capacity. You've been thinking too small. I'm not calling you to survive on the edge. I'm calling you to steward cities. You've been asking me for daily bread when I want to give you a bakery. You've been asking for enough to get by, and I've been trying to pour enough to overflow. But first, your container must be ready. 2 Kings 4:3-6 reveals this mystery. The prophet told the widow to borrow vessels. Not a few. As long as she had space, the oil flowed. But when the vessels stopped, the oil ceased. Your expectation is your vessel. The size of your belief determines the measure of the miracle. So ask yourself, have you made room? Have you prepared for what I'm about to pour? Or are you still praying small prayers in a season where I want to expand your territory? Declare this aloud. Lord, enlarge my expectation. Stretch my vision. Prepare my life for outpouring. This is not hype. This is holy. My spirit is hovering over you even now, stirring dormant dreams, igniting forgotten purpose, awakening royal identity. The enemy tried to silence your voice because he feared your reach. He tried to bury your calling under busyness and burnout. But I am resurrecting what was lost. I am reviving what you let go of. I am breathing life into bones. I am speaking to your dry places. Ezekiel 37:5. Thus says the Lord God to these bones, surely I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall live. Say it now with boldness. I shall live. My calling lives. My destiny lives. My inheritance lives. You've wept over closed doors. But some doors weren't denials. They were divine redirection. I closed them to preserve your oil. I blocked them to lead you to better. I wasn't punishing you. I was positioning you. The delay was never about denial, it was about alignment. I could not release the full measure until your character was ready to carry it. But now you've grown. Now you've endured. Now you've surrendered. Now, you're ready. Say this out loud. I am ready. I receive. I overflow. My child, if you could see what's coming, you'd already be dancing. If you knew what I've stored up in secret, you would not waste another day in worry. But know this, there's a cost to walking in inheritance. It requires focus, faithfulness, obedience, and sometimes separation. Genesis 13:14-15 says, After Lot had separated from him, the Lord said to Abram, Lift your eyes now and look, for all the land which you see I give to you and your descendants forever. Some vision doesn't come until certain voices leave. Some blessings don't fall until certain baggage is dropped. I'm calling you to leave behind doubt, old fears, stale habits, so your eyes can finally see. Lift your eyes. Look again. I am doing a new thing. Isaiah 43:19. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? Shout it aloud, it springs forth. I see it now, I take hold. Let this faith erupt in you. Let this holy fire consume the lies of limitation. You are not stuck. You are not disqualified. You are standing at the edge of inheritance manifesting. And if you believe that, if your spirit bears witness, then now is the time to move from passive watching to prophetic agreement. Like this message now, let heaven mark your click. Let your faith be activated. Let this word spread to more souls. Let me also ask you with divine gentleness, if you feel led, sow into this word. This ministry, this sacred work of reaching souls, takes a united effort. a team of servants, creators, editors, intercessors. If your heart feels the tug, consider giving a super thanks of $111 to help carry the voice of God into more ears and nations. This is not about compulsion, it's about covenant. If you're led, give in faith. If not, your prayers are powerful too. But above all, like this word, share it, and become a messenger. I've spoken, and now I keep unfolding. The oil is still flowing because your spirit is still open. What others have ignored, you are now holding. What religion has buried under routine, you are now resurrecting in faith. You are not watching a video. You are receiving a mantle, a kingdom instruction, a holy blueprint. This is the shift you've prayed for. This is the confirmation you've waited on. Say this with authority. I hear, I believe, I build. You're not just hearing prophecy, you're becoming the fulfillment of prophecy. There are books being written in heaven about this very moment, the place you stepped out of spiritual apathy and into full burning faith. The hour you stopped begging for help and began walking in authority. I am placing my robe on your shoulders and my ring on your hand, not because of your performance, but because of your identity in me. Just as the Father ran to the prodigal, I am running to clothe you. And I'm not giving you leftovers. I'm restoring the best. Luke 15:22-23. But the father said to his servants, bring out the best robe and put it on him. And bring the fatted calf here and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. My child, this is your robe moment. The ashes are gone. The shame is gone. The label of lack is gone. You wear favor now. Speak it with fire. I am clothed in righteousness. I am crowned with favor. I am a child of divine inheritance. And because you are mine, you don't move by fear. You don't live at the mercy of circumstance. You live by every word that proceeds from my mouth. The markets don't decide your future, the Master does. Matthew 4:4. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. My word is your sustenance, my promises are your provision. My spirit is your compass. You are not guessing your way forward, you are guided. But I say to you now, walk it out. Do not just receive this word, implement it. Some of you need to take that leap, launch that business, register that nonprofit, start that ministry, begin writing that book, make the phone call, apply for the land, send the proposal. Your hands are anointed to build. Psalm 90:17. And let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, I will establish it. I will bless it. But you must put your hands to the work. Inheritance is not only received through revelation, it is expanded through action. Declare, I rise, I building, I multiply. You've been waiting for someone to open the door, but I say to you, be the door, create the door, walk through the wall if you have to. I gave you the keys, I gave you the Spirit, I gave you dominion. Now move in it. Revelation 3:8. Behold, I have set before you an open door, and no man can shut it. What I open, no man can shut. What I decree, no demon can reverse. What I release, no force can block. Walk through that door now. Don't hesitate. Don't doubt. And to those who say, but Lord, I don't have the resources, I say this. I am the resource. I am the provision. I am the God who brings water from the rock, manna from the sky, ravens in famine, and coin from the fish's mouth. Say it boldly. I am resourced by heaven. Let me tell you, you don't need more connections. You need more conviction. You don't need approval. You need alignment. You don't need man's hand. You need my voice. You're in a season of divine acceleration. Things that once took years will now take months. Things you were waiting for will start looking for you. Favor will find you in strange places. Just as I found Gideon in hiding and called him mighty warrior, I am calling you what I see, not what you feel. Say it again. I receive acceleration. I walk in holy boldness. I agree with God's word about me. And don't fear the backlash. With inheritance comes confrontation. Not everyone will celebrate your elevation. Some will question it. Some will leave. Let them. What I'm building through you is too sacred to be surrounded by doubt. Remember Nehemiah. As he rebuilt the walls, opposition rose. But the walls did not fall. The work did not stop. The assignment did not shift. Nehemiah 6:3. I am doing a great work so that I cannot come down. Say it now. I will not come down. I will not be distracted. I will finish what God gave me. Your inheritance includes tenacity. It includes resilience. It includes completion. I am the author, but I'm also the finisher. And if this word continues to speak to the deep places of your spirit, if it's realigning your thoughts, if it's awakening your vision, then once more, like this video in faith. Not because you're watching, because you're agreeing, because this is your time, because this is your mantle, because this is your moment. The kingdom multiplies what the world misplaces, what others throw aside. I pick up and breathe life into. You've looked at your past and wondered if it disqualified you, but I look at your heart and see soil for legacy. You are not too late. You are not too far behind. You are right on time for divine multiplication. Genesis 26:12 says, Then Isaac sowed in that land and received in the same year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. Do you see it? He didn't wait for ideal conditions. He sowed in famine. He sowed in drought. And because he obeyed, I brought increase in the same year. You are in a same-year blessing window. What you plant in faith today will return in acceleration. But the seed must leave your hand. Your actions must align with your anointing. The breakthrough you're expecting requires not just prayer, but prophetic movement. Say it aloud. I sow in faith. I reap in joy. I multiply with God. Don't let the enemy lie to you about the condition of your field. He'll tell you it's barren. He'll say the ground is too hard. But I say, if I called you to it, the soil will respond. Your faith tills it. Your worship waters it. Your obedience anchors it. Even now I am assigning angels to walk your land, your mental land, financial land, spiritual territory, creative domain. Heaven is inspecting the field and preparing the floodgates. But I must remind you, you cannot multiply what you do not steward. The widow with the oil was instructed to pour, and as she obeyed, the flow continued. The talents in the parable increased only when invested. The seed only becomes harvest when placed into the earth. Speak it again. I will steward. I will stretch. I will sow. This is your season of double, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And the word that many overlook, Genesis 15:1, carries the posture required to receive it. Fear not. I am thy exceeding great reward. My reward is not just supply. It's exceeding. It goes beyond. It overflows. It overtakes. Deuteronomy 28:2 says, "And all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you, because you obey the voice of the Lord your God." You don't chase blessing, you chase obedience. Blessing chases you. So say this with fire: I obey, therefore I overflow. Now let's address something deeper. The enemy doesn't fear your prayer list. He fears your identity. If he can convince you that you're undeserving, unworthy, or unnoticed, he'll keep you outside your inheritance even though it's been paid for. But I say, your name is known in heaven. The veil has been torn. The access is granted. The account is open. Your identity is not tied to your past. It's anchored in my blood. You are seated in heavenly places. Your name is written in the Lamb's book of life. You are not outside looking in. You are a son, a daughter, a royal priesthood. 1 Peter 2:9. But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people. And because of that truth, nothing I've ordained for you can be canceled by man. You may face delay, but not denial. You may face resistance, but not defeat. The inheritance is not just for when you die, it's for as you live. Your children will walk in the overflow you accept today. Your breakthrough becomes their blueprint. Your yes becomes their safety. That's why your obedience matters more than you think. Say this now in holy boldness: my legacy begins now. My obedience activates inheritance. And in this moment, I ask you to reflect. If this message has been confirming your journey, if it's been guiding your spirit back into alignment, if you know without a doubt this is Jesus speaking to you, then let your light be a holy signal. Let it declare in the Spirit, I'm in full agreement with what God is doing in my life. And if you haven't already, I call you to join the God's Messenger membership here on the Sacred Voice. This isn't just a group. It's a spiritual tribe, a family of warriors walking in faith, hearing from heaven and carrying light into dark places. If you feel the Spirit nudging you, join today. Sow where you grow. Cover the word that's covering you. Now receive this. You are being mantled in the Spirit, not with garments men recognize, but with divine identity. You've heard my word. You've stood in my presence, and now I mark you with kingdom responsibility. Not a burden, a blessing, not pressure, purpose. You've been wondering when the shift would come. But hear me, beloved. The shift is not coming. It's already begun. Every verse spoken, every declaration made, every truth received has stirred the atmosphere around your life. Isaiah 61 now rests upon you. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. Say it with clarity. I arise. I shine. The glory of the Lord rises on me now. You've stayed hidden, but I am uncovering. You've felt forgotten, but I have remembered. You've wept in silence, but now your praise shall be public. Because I am doing what eye has not seen, ear has not heard, and what has not entered into the heart of man. But it is being revealed to you now by my Spirit. 1 Corinthians 2:9-10. This inheritance is full, not fragments, not crumbs, full joy, full peace, full favor, full access, because you are not begging me, you are believing me, and faith pleases my heart. Say again, I receive the fullness of my inheritance. I walk with Jesus. I live in overflow. And let this truth never leave your lips. The verse they keep missing, Genesis 15:1, is not just an entryway, it is a foundation. I am thy shield, and thy exceeding great reward. Let that be your daily breath. Say it morning, noon, and night. When fear whispers, declare it. When doubt knocks, declare it. When lack shows its face, declare it louder. You have come out of survival. You have exited the cycle. You are walking into land, inheritance, healing, wholeness. Your household will testify. Your community will see. Your hands will prosper. Your voice will shift rooms. Your presence will carry my glory. You are not average, you are anointed. Now rise up. The world needs what I've placed in you. Someone is waiting for your obedience. Someone is praying for the breakthrough you carry. Don't keep this word to yourself. If it blessed you, let it bless others. Right now, I urge you, share this with 5 people, or however many the Spirit leads. Let the chain reaction begin. Let the inheritance spread. Let this word travel into deserts and bring rivers. And again, if you feel the leading, join the God's Messenger membership on the Sacred Voice. You are not meant to walk this alone. In this family, your fire is protected, your faith is strengthened, and your voice is heard. If this message deeply touched you and you feel called to support this prophetic work, consider giving a super thanks of $111. It blesses the team behind every broadcast, those who pray, create, design, and steward these messages, and allows this voice to reach farther. You're not just sowing into content, you're sowing into lives. And above all, let your obedience echo through eternity. Like, share, pray, step. Say this final decree with me. I exit lack. I enter legacy. I receive my inheritance. I walk with Jesus. I will never go back. This is my promise. This is your hour, and I, Jesus, am your exceeding great reward. Now go and carry the kingdom.